everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Wdym podcast. Seeing the response on the first episode, I was enlightened that this is gonna go great. So today I have Harsh Agrawal with us. He is a tech enthusiast and a founder of several startups ranging from TechKareer.com to DevKit.com to 00AI. His journey has been full of so many experiences that just hearing him out, sharing those will help us out in our journey. And you have to hear him out to know how the big decisions he took in life shaped him into the person he is today. So I welcome you to the podcast. I would really like you to start enlightening the audience with your journey first.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Sneha. Thanks for the intro. Yeah, I think story begins from my childhood. We used to have computers, so ended up playing a lot of flash games, online games back in the day when I was a kid. And in eighth grade, I was just browsing on the internet. I discovered Unity, which is like a game engine that people use to build games, 2D, 3D games. And since I'm an avid gamer, I thought, creating my own games, that sounds like super fun. Um, and that's when I decided to use my passion for gaming to do something interesting. So I just, through 8th to 12th grade, I was like super involved in just learning all about how to build 2D games, 3D games, mobile games, publish them on App Store and all of that. So I ended up doing that. I think I built a couple of games, published it to Play Store, had my friends and family play it, got feedback, and just kept doing this for fun and had a lot of um, learnings and just figuring out how to make things work with code and creating levels and all of that. It was a real interesting challenge. And one reason to do all of this was also to like prepare my portfolio for applying for abroad for my bachelor's. So I did a bunch of things like, creating video games, trying out YouTube channels, learning like classical music, all of that to build up my profile. And whatever I had a, genuine passion for, aligned to my interests. So the fun and the profile building part, I guess those were the two primary motivations. And I did end up getting some good offers like New York University, top 20 in the world for CS. But even after scholarships, a lot of these universities are really expensive. So ultimately, I didn't end up going abroad for a bachelor's. I joined a local private university, but yeah, I mean, once you get like 10x, you're not happy with X. So I was looking for different options out there, and one fine day I discovered an Instagram ad. It was from Coding Ninjas. They were doing this coding boot camp to help people place in jobs. It was usually meant for like third, 4th year students, but I convinced them, hey, I want to do business. I want to work in the industry for a few years. So just please, I need a job, get me in. And I had cleared their aptitude test, and then I convinced them to let me continue the course. And things turned out, and I ended up getting a job offer from a company after having spent like 3, 4 months into the program. I got my first job through the course at Avalara, which was a tax software company. I was with their Chennai office, which itself was an acquired startup, and they were the Chennai office for that whole company. It was called Index, and we were the kind of R&D department for the company. And I spent 2 great years there learning a lot about programming, how it works in the corporate, how large systems are built, and teamwork and all of that. So it was really 2 of the best years of my life. Spent 1 month about working in office, and all of that rest happened remotely because of COVID and everything. But those were 2 of the best years of my life in terms of building my tech things and my network. And whatever I learned there in those 2 years has helping me a lot in my programming and building my own products journey. So that was my Avalara experience. Worked in corporate for 2 years, but still it was a very startup-y environment, like a mid-sized, large-sized startup environment. After that, I did a small stint of 3 months of building my own product. DevKit began there, 2020, I guess, 2022. Yeah, so I started DevKit in that. made a MVP, did a launch on product, and was about to get some sales, but the payment gateway or some issue was there. So couldn't, but yeah, even on my first launch, people were there, few people to get, um, try out the product and pay for it. So which was great validation. And it was an important milestone in my product building journey. I built something that people want to pay for and try out. So after that, my one of the ex-bosses, he told me that, hey, we have this position open and I'm starting a new startup. So, and he was good at convincing and everything. And even I was a bit interested because things were not working out for me and I felt I should learn more. So I joined that. It was an early stage startup called DevCamp. We were like four folks in the whole team. And I spent year there. We were teaching Web3. We were running cohort-based course. Um, and it was focused towards helping engineers or technical people learn about blockchain solidity and help them get a role in that field, make them equipped enough to get a role in that field. And we did that. I was part of like three cohorts as far as I remember. And in each cohort, we taught students different things. We built open source projects that our students could learn from and build on top of. And the team did a lot of content scraping for market research, for doing presentations in public. Also, yeah, technically we built the platform, the course platform, where the course was taught, and we had a bunch of other additional features on it. But yeah, it was a mix of learning no code tools because we did a lot of automation with no code tools because we were a small team and we could not pick everything up and code everything up. So we tried to use no code, like Airtable and other things. And we built the custom course platform for recording and storing the lectures and doing day-to-day activities and our internal trivia game. It was fun. So it was like a tech company, spent 1 year there, learned a lot, how to, make money, how to charge appropriately, and what goes inside a real startup, like very early stage. So it was very personal and interesting experience. After that, I again gained enough confidence to start something of my own again. And this time also, I spent like 3, 4 months doing. So we added a new feature to DevKit called DevGPT, which was basically all of our tools integrated with like a chatbot. And because the AI wave was there and we had spent a lot more effort in marketing, this time our launch was very successful compared to the previous launch. We had like 3 times the upvotes. We made about like 1 lakh revenue in a single day, and we had gained thousands of um, signups. So all of that was a very awesome outcome for us, and it was pretty awesome. I kept posting our revenue numbers, sign up numbers on social media like LinkedIn and Twitter, and that got us inbound interest from A16Z, Sequoia, some of the top investors in the world. And I was able to pitch them, on one-on-one calls, which was a very big milestone for me. And yeah, it was very fun, but I mean, some things happened, confidence went down again, and was just wondering what to do. So, a job offer, like I got to talking to someone, and it somehow ended up turning into a job offer. And their product was growing super quickly, viral. And it again seemed like, hey, probably I should learn more. Let's get out and learn more and probably do it again in the future. So that was, I keep probably like you to like move forward in your life, you also need to take step backs. So I again went back to a job, but yeah, the good thing was it was also a very early stage startup. I had the freedom to build whatever I wanted and had the most control because I was the most senior engineer there. And it was a great opportunity to learn things on my own, have a team, explain to them, delegate, all of that. And we built in AI, so I had to learn AI stuff for the last, I spent there like 9, 10 months. So I had to do a lot of learning on my own, but that helped me to experiment and polish my AI skills and build them all by myself. So it was an interesting experience. We built AI chatbots for influencers, and then we later pivoted to businesses building AI receptionists. Sometimes on weekends or late night, patients want to call, but there's nobody to answer. So the AI receptionist will take care of making bookings or canceling and all of that and answering any general questions. So yeah, I spent 10 months there building it for influencer first and then for the receptionist use case. And then again, I had gained enough confidence that, hey, now is the time, let's do entrepreneurship again. So this time, yeah, this is the third attempt. Let's see how long it goes. But yeah, this time, the good thing is with each iteration, I have something more figured out and have a better plan. I'm able to get more success. So this time also, it feels this might go on forever because this time I've gotten some really cool investors, angel investors that are really valuable and probably would guide me through the whole journey from now on. Got to closely work with some really cool angel investors and they're helping me a lot. So I think this time I'm confident that I'll be able to raise money, figure out a path to profitability, make a good chunk of regular money, and hopefully help a lot of people via our products and yeah, make this planet a better place. So yeah, that's been my journey. Dropped out of college, 2 years of corporate, 2 years startups, and now doing my own.
Great, great. So it is evident that your journey has been full of experiences and has a lot of hidden learnings in that. So you pretty much summed up everything in the intro, but we would like to get some deeper insights into that. So I am very keen to know how old were you when you started coding?
So I think eighth grade must have been 4 and 4 and like subtract 9 or 10 years. Should have been like 13 or 13,
13.
14, like 12 to 14, something like that.
Kind of come a long way in the tech journey, starting from learning programming languages to web development to application development and to now running your own startups.
But even in startups, we build web apps only. So, I mean, that's the basic thing that everybody has. Web apps are the most common form of software. So, but yeah, I mean, I think like from making toy projects to building real world applications that help people, yeah, I think that's one way that I've come far and yeah, gaining the skills to build anything end to end, figure out the process. I think those skills, yeah, definitely have been gathered through the professional experience.
Right, right. Couldn't agree more. So I would really want you to give listeners some deeper insights into your startup, techcareer.com.
TechKareer is something that I launched recently. So I used to help people in my network, like if I could make the connect, hey, this person is great and this company is great, please talk. So I used to do that for folks. And once I was able to do that, I realized, hey, let's start charging. This seems like a good, we're helping someone get an internship or a job and a company is finding the good talent. So I did that. I started charging even last year, but it was like one off or once in a while, and it was just like one off event. But later this year again, I had some similar requirements. People wanted jobs, and I was able to connect them to the right companies, and it felt like, hey, I can do this probably full time systematically because in recruiting you can make a lot of cash because you are able to charge 15% of 1 month salary, which can be a good amount in most cases. So in case I just need to help a few people get hired every month to make some good amount of money, that gives me freedom to build products and do other things and probably invest more in this business. So yeah, I think I saw that problem statement that it's hard for startups and early stage companies to hire people. So I just, whatever I did, I am not trying to do that in a systemized manner. Get more clients, build a pool of great talent that is looking for roles, and just connect them and try to get that revenue, help them, and get revenue via charging a commission. So that's what I'm doing. I think started formally Tech Career 2 months back, and besides this, we also do like bounties for us and other companies. Companies can find the best talent to solve their tech problems by running a bounty, and that creates good incentives. Company gets delivered something quickly in a reliable manner. and a lot of people are able to test their skills, and some of them are able to get rewarded. So yeah, these are the two main things that we're trying in Tech Career, helping people find jobs and internships, and then providing a platform for gigs, these micro gigs, micro challenges, which people can use to get rewarded, or improve their skills, or in the future build enough reputation to get a job.
So, in the very beginning, how did you cater the team members for your startup?
I think it's been different. I think first time I did my company, I didn't hire anyone. I think in the second iteration, I started hiring people, started with my college friend who was just like wanted to experiment. And then eventually I remembered someone's advice. I ended up using AngelList. AngelList has been a great place to hire people in the beginning. And then LinkedIn. And now that I have enough followers on Twitter, I'm able to post a tweet and get enough leads, and then I can shortlist someone them. Generally, from Twitter, it's been helpful to find good people. So I think I started with no team, and then started with finding people from AngelList, LinkedIn, and now from Twitter. So yeah, that's how we build the team. Right now, last year we built a two big team. Like at some point, 6, 8 folks were there, but that was too big. Realized I was burning a lot of money on salaries and internship. So this time we have a very small team, only like, now aiming for quality more than quantity. So having a small team, limiting the burn of cash, and we have like 2 interns mostly, and that's mostly it.
Adding on that, I guess X has been a great place for people to find opportunities, uh, either internships or you getting into Z Fellows. Would you like to tell the audience about it? How did you get into Z Fellows with the help of Twitter?
Yeah. So I think Twitter has been a gateway to discover a lot of great opportunities, and Z Fellows was one of them. Yeah, I was surfing Twitter one day. I discovered this tweet from one of the person who went to Z Fellows, Matt Espinoza. He put out a tweet about his experience at Z Fellows, and it seemed pretty interesting. And I applied, and I got some advice from him for my interview. Like I applied, I got an interview in 2 weeks, gave the interview, and after waiting for a month or two, I got the acceptance email, and I did the Z Fellows. So yeah, Matt gave me valuable advice that was helpful for the interview. And once I joined the court, it was super cool. 7 days, every first half of the meetings, we had a founder of 100 million plus company came in, and they talked about how they built it, what's their journey like, and we got some time to Q&A. And the second part of the meeting was two of us from the batch presenting a product and getting feedback from everyone. So these meetings happened over 5, 6 calls, and super valuable. Was able to meet so many interesting folks from around the world. Like even if I was not able to go to NYU, now I had a network of people who were from NYU, Harvard, all of the best Ivy Leagues, UC Berkeley, people raising millions of dollars, people doing interesting things. And Zfellows like gives like just $10,000. You can't build like a big company itself in that alone, capital probably. But the good thing is, they give you complete flexibility on how to utilize it for product development, marketing, or any of the other things. And more than the money, the community that you get, like these 500, 600 folks that are part of the alumni group now, like all of these are like crazy good people, great at doing something technical and super smart. So I think more than the money, the community and the access to Corey Levi, the founder, I mean, he usually responds to whatever doubts we have and is able to give actionable advice and especially help us in fundraising and our pitch practice and everything. So all of those additional perks, benefits that you get as part of being the community are the really key ones more than the money. So that fellows is this like really interesting pre-accelerator program that I was able to find through Twitter.
Conclusion is, would you rather suggest people to start with Y Combinator instead?
The Y Combinator is even more competitive to get into. Y Combinator is when you have either you should have really good credentials or you should have traction or a good mix. So Y Combinator is usually meant for people, yeah, I think um, it's meant later down in your startup journey when you have figured out something. either if you are a first time founder, you should have something interesting to grab the attention. Maybe you are a Stanford dropout, or maybe you have a product that is getting viral. And if you are a senior entrepreneur, probably you can just even apply with an idea. So I would say that Z Fellows might be a good first step, and then do Y Combinator. Try your hand at everything. Is at the end of the day, these are just applications, right? So if you are building something, if you are interested to get venture backed and everything and explore, yeah, why not fill every application every year? And yeah, I mean, if you are in that zone, if you are with that intent, and if you get it, you will do something cool. Then yeah, by all means, go tell them about your story and why do you want to do this, and see what they respond with.
Talking about you being the youngest software engineer at Avalara, grabbing the job just at the age of 18. So I'm very keen to know, why did getting into a job made more sense to you than continuing your education, because you probably ended up dropping out of college for that.
I think it was pretty clear for me, like college academia felt like they were teaching subjects and different things, whereas I wanted to build products and just explore things more, not in the style that college was probably adhering me to. And my college was like 2 hours away, and spending 3, 4 hours every day in just transport didn't feel like the best use of time. So I always knew I wanted to do kind of business because my mom, dad, brother all were entrepreneurial. So I get kind of that entrepreneurial bug from there. So I wanted to work, get some work ex, see how things are built in the real industry, save some money, and then start something of my own. So since I was not able to get into a really cool college, and all of this time was being wasted in the transportation, I just felt, hey, let's do something interesting. And once the Coding Ninjas boot camp came up and I got the job offer, that was when I was able to pull the plug on college. And I just went completely focused into my jobs. Yeah, but I mean, funny thing is, I'm still doing college in the online format because like college degrees help in the long run. You get to be a tribe, you want to get married, you want to learn future stuff, you want to get a master's at Harvard or something, you need a bachelor's, right? So I mean, yeah, I'm now just taking it as an additional challenge, just something that I need to complete off. But yeah, I think whatever little success that I have had right now, maybe for personally for me, it would not have worked out if I had not dropped out of college in the first place and give myself some focused time to do something extraordinary or just like offbeat. And it kind of worked out for me, I guess.
Out it has, it is evident, and taking these decisions not only help you progress in life, but all the people who look up to you, they end up believing in themselves. And what's better than believing in oneself? So it's a greater impact than just impacting yourself knowingly or unknowingly. That
Yeah.
is there. Also, I would like you to give some advice to the juniors who are listening to you right now.
I think it's a game of trial and error. But it's also a game of perseverance. I mean, keep taking shots is all. It's fine to take a step back and get more learning out, be in a safe environment, and then again try your hand at a risk. It's fine to take step backs. Sometimes you need to take one step back to move 2 steps forward. So personally for me, I mean, I have dealt with that anxiety, like why I have taken the decisions, for what reason, what additional thing it gave me, and it's always in the retrospect that you can connect the dots. But yeah, I mean, if you're taking the risky path, just be prepared to learn every single day and be prepared to fail every single day. Um, and continue to hope that things will be better. You have to be kind of delusional in order to kind of make it, and just keep learning and stay at it. It's a matter of time for everybody. I think it's a different gestation period, like not every egg, I guess, gets hatched at the same time. So everybody has a different gestation period, everybody has different circumstances. But if you really want to do something, if you really want to do entrepreneurship, just stick to it, spend enough time at it, keep learning every day. Something will uh, end up happening for you. And be technical. I think it's the age of compute, coding, AI. at least learn to code enough that you are able to figure things out on your own, or you are able to guide people, hey, do this in this way. You don't have to be the one coding, building everything from scratch, but you should know enough about computers, programming, that you can make use of the different tools, the opportunities, and then you can use those as tools to solve problems rather than being dependent on everyone. Like a technical founder, hey, please solve this problem in this way for me. And then having a basic understanding helps you to find better co-founders and also gives you the power to do something in case it requires urgent urgency, or just it makes you better equipped. So I think with the coming age, try to be, a little bit technical, learn the tool of the trades, a little bit of programming and everything. To, just like programming is just like maths or calculus, like just fun, improves your brain and gives you other ways of thinking and doing things. If you don't know maths, you can't like calculate your grocery bill or something, right? So I think that's how programming will be. I think a little bit won't hurt definitely, just like knowing math doesn't hurt. So yeah, I mean, if you're planning to get into like a artsy or thing, I think, but still be close to technology, learn AI, programming, and other things to keep yourself equipped. That'll be the second piece, and third piece is that, yeah, I mean, just try to meet people, try to talk to as many cool people as you can, people you find cool. Um, a lot of the people are, not that hard to reach out to or meet if you are smart. Like just yesterday, I couldn't believe it. I was able to meet a billionaire, and talk to him. And he was just doing an event at his office, and he was inviting just about anybody. And I was able to apply, get an approval, and visit there. And I mean, yeah, being in Bangalore, I couldn't have seen that, happening anytime soon. But that happened. So, I mean, keep looking out for these opportunities on the internet that like for me, it has been Instagram, Twitter. I have discovered interesting opportunities through them. So, I mean, use these different things that are out there for you to discover opportunities. Governments, private institutions, everybody is out there to help people, help ambitious people do something interesting. So, yeah, as you're building skill, also keep looking for opportunities. Um, you will only find them if you're looking for them. Some you'll find passively also, but you'll be have to keep your eyes and ears open, because I could have missed on that tweet. I could have missed on that meetup tweet or that Z Fellows tweet, and I could not have ever gone through them and learned through that. And you also have to believe in, hey, this actually is something that could change the trajectory of my life. Not everything will work out, but try 100 things. Obviously, one or two or five or six will work out. So you also be, have to be discovering for opportunities, and you also be need to smart enough to realize, hey, this is actually good. I should somehow apply for it. Even if I don't get in, I should apply. So keep your eyes open, and yeah, create that understanding of what is actually could be valuable for your life, and yeah, just keep at it.
Okay, so no doubt it was an insightful conversation. We got to know so many deeper insights into just the life of a person who took such great big decisions for himself and believed in oneself and probably ended up building three successful startups. And it just helps all of those people out there who are starting their own journey. And we all, including me, look up to you and learn from people like you who believe in themselves relentlessly. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your journey. It was a great conversation. Hope you enjoyed it thoroughly too.
For inviting me. Hope this is helpful for folks, and yeah, have a great day.
So much for coming, and thank you to the audience for listening. I hope you were able to get something fruitful for yourself out of the conversation. To keep learning in the future, keep tuning in the What Do You Mean podcast. See you next time.